It's 6:05 on the WFUQU clock here in the FUQU studios. Let's take a look at the FUQU traffic. Just a bit of a slowdown today in front of Crabapple Middle School as the school's security crossing guard has been caught huffing gold paint behind the dumpster. Again, just a couple extra minutes onto your morning commute. Nothing too much to talk about. Let's go to the FUQU email grab bag, as we like to do every time this morning, and see what kind of advice Uncle Pat has for the listeners. Uncle Pat, of course, the station elder. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. God, I love that saying every time I say it. Terry from South Crabapple says, my son Joey just came out as gay a week and a half ago. His birthday's on Tuesday, and me and his father want to do something extra special for him, like get him a gay birthday cake or possibly some gay balloons. Uncle Pat, how would you handle it?
I think you got to remember from the Bible, you look carefully at the Bible, what would have happened in Jesus' time if two men decided they wanted to cohabit together. They would have been stoned to death. So Jesus would not have baked them a wedding cake, nor would he have made them a bed to sleep in, because they wouldn't have been there. But we don't have that in this country here, so that's the way it is.
Well, I'm not sure that's the advice that I would have given, but I haven't lived as long as Uncle Pat has, and Uncle Pat wanted to let the listeners know his brand new streaming television station is up online at UnclePat.com. Uncle Pat, of course, living in the Shady Oaks Retirement Center now. You'll be able to watch him get spoon-fed, drink from a straw, pee-pee-poo-poo in his own pants, and generally be miserable. Let's hope Uncle Pat dies real soon. We'll be back after this commercial break.
On this episode of The Commercial Break.
And when you don't get a good night fucking sleep
That's
ever
cute.
because your fucking rat-tailed dog won't shut the fuck up. My children, they must think I have a split personality because I will nunca in Spanish means never. I almost never yell at my children.
You're very good.
I am
You
the
and Astrid are, yes.
I'm the picture of equanimity because I want my children to understand that is not the appropriate way to communicate with other humans. However, what they may not understand is that dog is not human. It's a devil. It's a straight up, it's from the pits of Hades itself.
In one of the unisex bathrooms, a litter box.
I'm not a cat.
Litter box of the unisex.
I hear that lawyer. I'm not a cat.
I'm not a cat.
I'm not a cat. This is an agenda pushed by Pretty Kitty Litter. By Arm &
Fresh
Hammer.
Stuff.
Yeah, Fresh Stuff. Fresh Stuff is in our
Supported
schools.
by Fresh Stuff.
Hey, kid, come here. You want to pee like a cat? Who still has the flower pots outside their window? It's very nouveau riche. Yes. Frankie.
Yeah, there's like an old telephone booth there, I think, in the back.
Oh, yeah, I see that. You know what you don't see is you don't see the neighbors like, oh, we told you not to film here, Frankie. You don't live here. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. I'm just trying to get it. I'm trying to smash that YouTube subscribe button. I'm going to be a YouTube influencer. You're going to be arrested.
The next episode of The Commercial Break starts now.
Another episode of The Commercial Break. I'm Brian Green, and this we affectionately refer to as Hoadley. This we refer to as Hoadley.
She, her.
Best to you, the Hoadley.
Best to you, Brian.
And best to you out there in the podcast universe. Thanks for joining us on this episode of The Commercial Break, the only commercial break you'll ever need. Remember, when you're leaving your reviews, make sure you're leaving them on The Commercial Break. And, well, I don't even know why I'm talking to the other people because they can't hear me.
No, they're listening to the...
They're listening to commercial break.
Commercial break. No,
yeah, commercial break. That's right. But thanks for the reviews. Keep them coming.
It actually has factual news.
They
on
do.
That one.
Yeah, they actually know what they're talking about over there. Do you know number 21 on Apple Podcast Improv Comedy charts today? We are in rarefied air right now. Now, for those of you that don't know about the podcast universe,
For those of you that don't watch the charts every day.
For those of you that are on the verge of divorce because of a podcast, don't watch the podcast charts every minute of every day.
The Apple podcast charts, Apple has a lion's share of the podcast market. They had for a long time. That's kind of where it started, hence the name podcast. And the Apple podcast charts, when you get on them, they're a big deal. But when you get in the top 50, it's a really big deal.
Yes.
And when you smack the top 25 of the comedy charts, which is an incredibly crowded space with many, many talented podcasters, it's
You wonder
it's a big
what
deal.
kind of glitch happened.
Yeah, you wonder. You wonder which one of your friends is playing a joke on you. Yeah, that's right. Who at Apple is fired? The commercial break? I told you, never on the charts, never! So thank you out there in the podcast universe and our listeners for making that happen, because Apple reviews and Apple listens are a big part of that. So if you're listening on Apple, know that you're playing into it. Krissy and I were just talking about the inevitability of age. Time waits for no man nor woman, Hoadley.
That's right.
Or dog, nor turtle. We all are going to face the same fate. We're all getting old.
Yep.
Our boobs are sagging, mine more than yours.
You can't get a brain lift.
No, you can't. I wish you could get a brain
I
lift.
know. As much surgery as you can do on the outside, you can't do it on the inside.
Well, vaginoplasty is technically surgery on the inside. It's not like the inside outside.
No.
Let's call Dr. Sin on that one.
Yeah.
Remember Dr. Sin?
Yes, I do.
She was telling us all about how
the vulva.
The vulva and the vagina.
She enlightened us on
the
the
lips
vulva.
and the clitoris. Yeah, I feel like I never took that class ever. I was just like, wait a second, you mean that does what? Poor Astrid. Astrid's doing Wordle while we're having sex.
Speaking of Wordle, Bryan speaking of facts. Brian just told me that Wordle, how hard it is to find a 6-letter word. And I'm like, it's not 6 letters, it's 5.
Well,
no,
it's
not.
6 letters.
It's 5.
Here's the thing. I started Wordle a couple of weeks ago on vacation. Like everybody in the, anybody that's interested in that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Wordle is basically, I don't want to explain the whole game. Go to Wordle.com. You can figure it out yourself. But know this. You have to punch in, on your own, you have to think of and then punch in a bunch of words. Gives you 6 tries.
Maybe that's where
to
you
get
got
it
the
right.
6 from.
And maybe that is where I got the 6 from. And so it's always been, this is a 5-letter word game. Now, 2 weeks ago, I tried this 7 days in a row. You can only do one a day, and it's different every single day. I tried this 7 days in a row, and 7 days in a row, I got it.
Yeah,
I won.
I've gotten it every day.
I did it. You got it every day?
Yeah.
Really? Okay, so yesterday, I could not for the life of me figure out what the Wordle of the day was, because I kept thinking of 6-letter words. And I kept trying to type them in there.
I was like, didn't you see that when you got to the end, the one letter was left off?
No. No, this is what age does to you. It fucks with you. It's almost as if the space in my head is running out.
Well, that's true.
I just don't have any more space.
So much overload, information overload coming at us from all angles.
And when you don't get a good night fucking sleep ever because your fucking rat-tailed dog won't shut the fuck up. My children, they must think I have a split personality because I will nunca in Spanish means never. I almost never yell at my children.
You're very good. You and Astrid are, yes.
I'm the picture of equanimity because I want my children to understand that is not the appropriate way to communicate with other humans. However, what they may not understand is that dog is not human. It's a devil. It's a straight up, it's from the pits of Hades itself. This dog is possessed. It has mental issues. And she's now getting ever increasingly large. She weighs like 38. When they told us I was going to get
I noticed she was plump.
Plump? That dog
But I
is
also
more
noticed you
round than it
feeding
is
her
long.
yesterday.
Well, I don't feed her. I mean, I don't feed her people food. I give her treats, right? But what I guess I failed to understand for a while there was,
That she's stealing the kids' food?
maybe she's stealing the kid food, and maybe 16 treats per day is not good for a toy Yorkie. I went to the grooming place the other day, and they had 2 toy Yorkies in there that they were grooming. The cutest little fucking things, so well behaved, just look like little plush animals. And I was like, what happened to you? Where did you go wrong? You were the run to the litter. I got you because I thought you were going to be the smallest of small. Not true. She's 26 fucking pounds or whatever she is. She's bigger than my daughter. And then she's got these nails.
Oh, yeah.
And I just got them clipped. But we had area rugs around the house, Hoadley, and she decided to use them as her personal litter fucking box 24 hours a day.
damn dog ruins everything.
Rug.
This is why we can't take her anywhere. Yeah, pee-pee rug. Pee-pee poo-poo. Pee-pee poo-poo on that $1,000 rug you have under your bed. So we take all the rugs up because the house is starting to smell like shit and piss. And we take all the rugs up. And we're like, okay, we'll just live without it. You know, someday the dog won't be here and we'll get area rugs again, I guess. So we take these rugs up, and then now we have this additional problem, especially at night, which is she likes to sleep on this bench that's at the end of the bed, but she's too fat to get up on the fucking bench. That's only a foot and a high off the ground. I mean, it really is. And because of the sliding around, because of the nails, I think she's afraid to jump, like her feet fall from under her. Mm-hmm. And so, God forbid.
She's probably not made it a couple of times and gone face
I've
first.
Seen her do, yeah, she's done all kind of, and to me, it's funny. Yeah. To her, it's probably painful, but to me, I'm like,
she's learned.
I'm getting you back. These nails are sliding across the floor all night long, Hoadley. God forbid she gets down for some reason off that thing. I put her up there at the beginning of the night. God forbid she gets down. And then she'll stop. And then she'll back up. She'll run in circles.
Yeah, and I guess you can't wear earplugs because of the kids.
You cannot. So. No, you cannot wear earplugs. I wish my lawn crew would wear earplugs as we're recording. This lawn crew is the worst ever. They're worse than the dog. It's like anytime my child is sleeping or we're recording, the lawn crew shows up, just like the vacuum. It's like the vacuum and the lawn crew are attracted to the TCB recording. So anyway, so this dog, just her little feet on the fucking floor are driving me insane.
I'm sorry. Well, I've got a different set of problems with the flooring. And that is the people above us at our complex.
Oh, God.
They're the hard walkers.
Walk hard.
The hard walkers. I mean, I'm like, what are you doing? Is there a new exercise trend I don't know about? Boom, boom, boom.
They're doing jazzercise.
March.
Sweat to the oldies.
I mean, I'm like, girl, don't be stomping around up there.
Come on, man.
We even had to write them a note.
Did you really?
Yeah, we had to write a note and say, look, maybe it's not insulated very well or something. I mean, because these are different neighbors, and we've had other ones in the past. And one time we had a family up there with a 3-year-old, and I mean, it was constant.
Just boom, 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 boom. Yeah,
so we wrote a nice note, wrote our phone number down, even had a communication with them, and they said, okay, probably our dog. We've got a puppy, a big, large dog puppy. It hasn't stopped.
Yeah, it's not a dog.
So at this
Dogs
point, we just live with it. But I have to just laugh and just be like, girls, don't you have to stomp?
Girl, you need to go on a diet.
Like, what? And meanwhile, they're tiny girls. They're like tiny, young 20s girls. So I don't know.
That's the best to have above you in the apartment. That's Uncle Brian.
That's Uncle Brian talking.
Yeah, I always had the younger. For some reason, in my apartment complex, when I lived downtown, I had a string of 6 incredibly awesome neighbors.
Yeah.
But every single one of them was a single 20-something girl. Every single one of them. I lived there for 6 years. Every year I had a new one. I'm still friends with most of them today. That's true. So it's easy pickings. And the reality is that some people do walk hard.
They do. And
they walk on their heels. I'm a heel walker.
I've talked about this with other friends and different
Astrid
people.
Hates me.
And my best friend is a hard walker.
Yeah.
And,
Astrid hates me.
If you don't have people below you, that's fine. Walk hard all you want.
Walk hard. Hey, shut up up there. Hey, shut up over there. I walk hard, and Astrid told me this is just like new information a month ago. So Astrid and I get a chance. We run to Charleston for the weekend, like kind of like a romantic date. And Astrid gives this question kind of out of the blue that I did not really expect. And the question was, hey, Bryan, what about you bothers me? And what about me bothers you?
Okay.
Right? She wanted to know. She's like, there must, after 5 years of being with each other, 5 years of marriage, 6 years together, there must be something about me that bothers you. And I said, no, nothing bothers me except for the lawnmower outside the window while we're trying to record a fucking podcast. Does no one understand how they get paid around here? Does no one know where the money comes from?
God.
I'm going to tell these guys. This is the 5th time I'll have to talk to these guys. And they just look at me and they're like, yes, sir. No problem. I'm like, guys, between 9 and 11 a.m., between 4 and 6 p.m. That's when you can come, please, because we have babies that are sleeping. We're recording stuff in here, and the guy just looks at me and he's like, no problem, boss. You know when people they say, no problem, boss? You know what that means? Fuck you. It's like when you leave a note for the neighbor about stomping on their thing. They're like, no problem. No problem, boss.
We'll take care of it.
I got you covered. Don't you worry.
I got you.
Or people click at you. That click, that fucking click. I want to smack that click right out of your face.
They do a wink with it, too.
Yeah, they do a wink. No problem, boss. I got you covered, brother. Don't you worry about it 1 minute. I'm going to tell the boys here. Oh, wait, aren't you the boys? No, I'm not the boys, but the boys, the boys, they're just trying to get their work done. But we totally understand where you're coming from, and we'll make sure to adhere to your schedule. 5 fucking weeks in a row. They come
at
every time, except for the time I told them not to come. Every time. My daughter's asleep. We're recording the podcast. They're right in there. It's fucking assholes. I swear to God. I mean, listen, I'm not saying it's easy to be a landscaper and it's hard to be a podcaster. That's not true. Yeah. It's the exact opposite, right? I'm not out there in the cold dealing with fucking bumblebees and black jackets and poison ivy and fucking shit from Blue and Nico for the last 7 years. I'm not out there doing that. So I give them credit for that. However, it's a simple request. It really is. It's a simple request. And that request is because what they may not understand is how they get paid.
Well, I was going to say, you're the client.
Yeah, that's it. Listen, what are we going? We're all going to bend over each other and fuck each other every 15 seconds?
I don't know.
I just hear him. I can hear him. I see him right now. I see, even though it's outside the studio, I can see this guy right now. No problem, boss. Fuck you. Hey, what time is it? What time that guy tell us to come? He said, don't come between 11 and 4 p.m. What time is it? 1:15? Let's go.
It's our time.
Time to get that asshole's house. Let's get that asshole. It's asshole getting time. We're going to go fuck this guy right directly in the poop and shooting. Fucking jerk. And now I can hear my babies awake. This is just lovely. I hate these guys. Anyway, some people walk hard.
Yes.
It's just the way that
so Astrid asked you.
Astrid. So we ask each other. And I said, well, I don't really, and I honestly don't. I think I've learned in my old age that there's some hills you want to die on and there's some hills you don't want to die on. And I've learned to be super pragmatic around my thinking about small shit. Like, the toothbrush left here or the shoes left there or
let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. Like that girl in that movie that said, let
Frozen?
It go. No, I was thinking of a porn movie I saw one time when she was like, let it go, Bobby. I'm going to let it go. Yeah. I'm here to do your lawn. Can you come back after 4? No problem, ma'am. No problem, boss. I got you covered. I hate that shit. So, and I said, but you could tell that this question was a leading question.
Sure.
She really wanted to let me know. So, and I knew. I was not
stupid.
That
was a good way. Like, let's play a game.
Tit for tat. Which every therapist will tell you is a great game to play when you're in a relationship. So I said, but, let me think about that for a second. But what about you bothers me? And she had a couple things teed up right away. And one of them was, she goes, you know what, this is so stupid, but when you're working in the studio at night, I just always get nervous you're going to wake up the kids because you're so loud. And I'm like, I'm loud in the studio? Like, I know I do these bits and stuff, but it's pretty well insulated in here. She goes, no, it's because of your walking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my walking? She says, you walk hard. Walk hard.
Yeah.
You walk on your heels.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, I can
heel down.
Yeah,
boom,
heel down, boom, boom, boom,
boom.
I can hear you coming all the way across the house. It's inevitable. And she goes, and it kind of starts to drive me crazy after a little while, like Chinese water torture.
Yes.
I was like, I had
the people
no
upstairs
idea.
from us.
That's right. I had no idea.
Yeah. And then it even made me actually begin to walk in a different way to where I almost tiptoe now because we have people below us.
Yeah.
So now I got to where my feet one day, I was like, why are my feet kind of hurting? And then I thought, it's because I'm walking on my tiptoes.
That's right. I tried the same thing at the house.
Be quiet for my neighbors down below. So whatever. It's.
I tried for a couple days and then I was like, I'm going to be a heel walker. That's just what I'm going to do. We're going to, if this is the worst thing, if this is the worst thing our marriage has to endure is my heel walking, we're okay.
Yes.
And Astrid and I, we don't fight. We had a conversation with another couple who, when they said this, I believe them. Raphael and Chelsea. Mm-hmm. They said, I can count on both hands how many arguments they've had where it escalated to yelling, right? And I believe that about them. I believe that. And they've been married for almost 20 years. Yeah. So I believe that. And Astrid and
very happily still in love.
Yeah. Astrid and I, our of the same ilk, probably on 3 fingers. I can count how many times we've yelled it, like where the argument sticks in my head. Like, oh, that was a bad one for us, which was someone raised their voice for half a second and then the other person backed off. Right. Yeah. And so I figured Astrid probably has a laundry list of shit she hates about me because I see how she looks at me sometimes like, you fucking moron, including this podcast, which she is the 100. It's the funny thing is she is so supportive.
And so helpful with everything, the website, the marketing, the studio.
The ideas. She eggs me on at every turn. She eggs me on, but then it is the bane of her existence.
Right.
You know, half the time she's like, when are you going to come to bed? I gotta edit this fucking podcast now. You started this. She was the one who told me to get on here and do the podcast. She is to blame for this fucking commercial. Yeah, be careful what you wish for, Astrid. So anyway, listen, I know that, I know I'm not perfect, and walking hard is one of my things. But I'm still looking, I still just wanted to let the audience know, in all sincerity, from the bottom of our hearts, if you need a Yorkie that's a little bit bigger than a toy Yorkie by like 15 pounds, please, 661
it's a little
best,
bit bigger.
661 best to blue. That's 661 best, the number 2 blue, which is a 4-letter word. Can't go in Wordle.
I can't go in Wordle. No.
Shitty is a 5-letter. Shitty? That's a 6-letter word. But if you need a dog,
no, S-H-I-T-Y.
No, S-H-I-T-T-Y. I think is how shitty is spelled. Okay. Yeah, I think there's 2 T's and Y because there's a Y and then there's a T. I don't know. I know some grammar, but not much. Anyway, listen. I wanted to we actually have to do a podcast now that the lawn guys have done their damage and gone away.
Yes.
The worst thing is the fucking lawn won't even be clean when they're done. It's like, I wanted to get to some news. There is a story that came out of, I think this is Michigan, just last week. I think it's important that the rest of the country hears this and understands exactly what's going on in our schools. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to present to you a lady who is going to jump up in the middle of a school board meeting. You know, the reason why I like
have gotten out of control.
No, the reason why I like school board meetings is because they're the picture of our democracy. They're just, everyone's calm and they listen to each other and everything's rational these days. You know, if you want to know where the real, you know, where the real sensible people are, go to a school board meeting.
Bipartisanness, working together.
Mm-hmm.
Going across the aisle.
This lady has a concern, and I'd like you to hear it.
Hi, Lisa. Welcome.
Hi. Merry Christmas.
See, so far, everybody's being super polite with each other, don't you think?
Seems cordial.
It seems cordial. Okay. Oh, hold on one second. I'm going to read.
Hi, Lisa. Welcome.
Hi. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
I have a speech prepared to read regarding the Test to Stay program. And
uh-oh. When Lisa's got a speech prepared, you know shit's about to go down. The test speech. Lisa, champion of all things good. The Test Us Day, what she's referring to there, which we'll get back to a little bit in the conversation. The Test Us Day is what it sounds like. It's a kid's getting tested for COVID before they return to the classroom for in-person learning.
Okay, seems reasonable.
Hey, my kid.
What's wrong with the test?
I don't know. We just stick some shit up. I do it all the time. It's just the way we live, right? It's where the society that we live in today.
Yes.
How unconstitutional it is. But I need to address something else, not just to you as the board, but to parents and grandparents and taxpayers in our community.
Thank God we have someone like Lisa on our team.
Yeah.
Eyewitness News 7. Lisa, our consumer reporter, will be talking about the Test Us Day. It's unconstitutional. She'd like your grandparents, your parents.
I like
your
how
aunts
she
and your
said
uncles today.
it's unconstitutional, but I'm not even going to talk about that.
I don't want to talk about that. I'm
Yes.
not going to. I'm going to reserve that.
I'm going to let that go.
By
for
the way,
now.
there is a clock going. She has 3 minutes to talk. So
Okay.
the good news is we won't have to endure her for long.
Still wrapping my brain around this a little bit, but yesterday I heard something and I was stunned. And today I am equally stunned and a little bit upset. Well, not a little bit, a lot of bit upset.
She heard Insane Clown Posse for the first
right, or
time.
Slipknot.
Yeah, Slipknot or something. She's a lot of bit upset.
A lot of it.
You know, it grew on her. She was upset yesterday, but today she's really upset.
A lot
oh,
of it.
Lisa, I'm waiting on bated breath to hear what you have to say. It's going to be super intelligent, I can tell.
Furious. I would even use that word, but I want to talk about.
She's shaking. It sounds like
Yes,
she's
she is.
shaking.
She's shaking. She's mad about this.
She's mad and nervous in front of the people.
Wait until you hear what Lisa is upset
Okay.
about. Wait till you hear
Does
what
it have
Lisa.
something to do with testing?
It has nothing to do with testing.
Oh, okay.
Just going to give you that.
And I know this is going on nationwide, so it is not just for this board, but our community.
This is an epidemic. She wants you to know this is going on nationwide. She
Everywhere.
knows it. She's done an investigation.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to understand that the agenda that is being pushed through our schools is just my opinion. But
just her opinion, but she needs everybody to know.
Yes.
She's done an investigation, but it's just her opinion.
Uh-huh.
Somewhat nefarious when it comes to some of the
Nefarious.
activities. So let's talk about furries.
Nefarious furries?
Nefarious furries. This just became the best thing I've ever heard. This is why I had to play this. Nefarious furries. Okay. It's an epidemic nationwide. She's mad. She's more mad today than she was yesterday. Just wanted to let you know.
A lot of bit.
It was addressed by a child a couple months ago that they are put in an environment where there are kids that identify as a furry, a cat or a dog, whatever. And
that's not what a furry is, by the way. They don't identify as a cat or a dog. They dress up like a cat or a dog, or typically comic book characters. At least you got to get your investigation straight here before you take it to the mainstream media.
So yesterday I heard that at least one of our schools in our town has in one of the unisex bathrooms, a litter box.
I'm not a cat.
A litter box with the unisex.
I hear that lawyer. I'm not a cat.
I'm not a cat.
I'm not a cat. This is an agenda pushed by Pretty Kitty Litter. By Arm & Hammer.
Step.
Yeah, Fresh Step.
Fresh Step.
Fresh Step is in our schools.
Supported by Fresh Step.
Hey, kid, come here. You want to pee like a cat? I got fresh litter in the unisex bathroom. I don't care what you identify
Try
as.
it. Give you a tasty.
You just squat out just a little tasty Tina. Just a little
Tina.
Tina.
First box is free.
Once you go cat, you never go back. Hey, have you ever peed sitting down on kitty litter? There's nothing like sand directly on your man scrotum.
Oh my God.
You might have to get a wipey and wipe that litter off your balls, boy, but I'm telling you what, you'll never go back. This is what all the kids are doing. A kitty litter, a cat litter box in the bathroom. Lisa, you have been played by a TikTok video. No, there are not litter boxes in the unisex bathroom nationwide. Don't you think this would be on the front cover of every newspaper ever? You're such a moron, Lisa.
For the kids that identify as cats. And
hold on. I was just picturing, you know how everybody has the pronouns now. She, her.
She, her, it, them, they.
Yeah, they. It would be cat.
Cat.
Feline.
Pussy.
Feline cat.
Feline. Yeah. I identify as feline.
Really disturbed by that. And I will do some more investigation on that. I know it's going on nationwide. I know it is. It's part of the agenda that's being pushed.
By Arm & Hammer.
Agenda?
By who? Who's pushing an agenda to have your children pee in a litter box? And by the way, they pee in a urinal. I mean, is a litter box any different, really? Have you ever been to a public school bathroom? It's fucking... Those kids don't know how to control their bowels.
Well, I mean, they probably put the cat box in there just to keep the spray off the floor or pee off the floor.
Yeah. Have you ever had a child? And now Matthias likes to use my bathroom now. I'm telling you, I have to do a whole disinfecting routine before I go in there. Not that I think my kids' pee is weird or anything, but I can't take the poop. The poop, forget about it. I'm out on the poop one. But the pee, I can deal with it, right? But I swear to God, he just plays with his spray. He just plays with the spray.
What else are you going to do when you're that
Lisa,
age?
you got better things to do with your time. I know you do. You're a mother of children. This is the worst thing you're concerned about is a litter box. Let the kids have a litter box. Who fucking cares? They're playing make-believe. They play in a sandbox. It's just the same. You don't think the raccoons are in there peeing all day long?
Or kids.
Or kids, yeah. You ever been to a public pool, Lisa? You ever been to whitewater, Lisa? It should be called yellow water, Lisa.
Whitewater.
Fucking disgusting.
For sure.
Lisa, stop it. Stop it. You're catastrophizing something that doesn't need to be catastrophized. There are kids. There is a thing. It's not called Furbies or furries or whatever you refer to, where children are identifying as an animal. You know why they're identifying as an animal? Because it's a safe place for them to go in their heads. And it's fun. It's make believe. And it's okay. For the most part, it's okay unless it's absolutely destroying their lives. Let them have their make-believe. The world is such a serious fucking place because of dumb shits like you. Because of dumb shits like you. Standing up in front of a school board meeting, wasting precious fucking time when you could be talking about how you make education better, how we pay teachers more, how we get children more educated, and you're standing up there talking about a litter box that never existed in the first place. And even if it did, who fucking cares? Let the kids play make-believe.
Lisa's failing.
Lisa, you fail.
I don't even want to understand it, but I think that people need to be aware of it because I am really upset.
That's the problem, Lisa. You don't want to understand it. You don't want to understand what's going on with your children, so you would rather just throw some obnoxious and obsequious bullshit out there and try and get people all riled up and upset. You would rather fight the good social fight. You would rather be a right fighter in front of live TV than you would to sit down and talk to your children and ask them exactly why they're putting on a Furby costume and pissing in a kitty litter. And by the way, if you're going to use kitty litter, use Fresh Kitty. Use Hello Step.
Fresh Step.
This commercial break is brought to you in part by Hello Step.
Hello Step.
Hello Step.
Hello Step.
That's right. Are your kids peeing everywhere? Kids ages K through 9.
You could just the litter box companies could actually make some money on this instead of the
that's what I'm saying.
Around the toilet of custom made litter box.
That's a good idea. Put your squatty potty on top of the
squatty potty litter box. Damn,
I'm calling Dawn when we're over with this.
Yes.
Dawn over a squatty potty.
It happened here, folks.
Yeah, it happened right here because of Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for ignoring your children.
The next $1 million invention.
I know. Do you see you see what I'm saying? How this lady should probably be spending more time at home asking her kids exactly what's going on in their lives rather than worry. How dumb do you have to believe that this is actually happening and you haven't heard about it everywhere?
I know.
Like, wouldn't that be the first thing every kid would come home and say? They put a litter box in the bathroom. I think we have a cat. Or Julie likes to pee standing up. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So stupid. Let's listen to what else she has to say. Just last for a minute.
Okay.
That as a parent, that my child is put in an environment like that. And, I'm all for creativity and imagination, but when someone lives in a fantasy world and expects other people to go along with it, I have a problem with that.
Huh. Isn't that interesting, Hoadley?
Yeah.
When other people live in a fantasy world and refuse to hear what's really going on.
Yeah, sounds like Lisa.
Sounds like Lisa. Lisa's talking about herself.
So I'm just putting that out there. I will investigate more. But as far as the Test to Stay program,
why do I feel like Lisa is
now going back to
the Test to Stay program, which I won't get into. Who fucking cares? I don't want to get into politics. This is not political.
Yeah.
This is the problem with parents and these fucking PTA meetings and these school board meetings right now is that the parents are too busy worried about being right in front of all the other parents that they act like children, while the children...
And then a Facebook group gets started and things catch fire, and it's ridiculous.
While the children have to act like adults.
Yep.
They have to be worried about all the adult things because the adults are too busy whacking each other off over fucking masks and testing and vaccines and
litter boxes,
whatever it is. What are we gonna teach them whether or not the Indians were slaughtered? I mean, come on, just get fucking real, Lisa. So now, with all of that said, I want to calm the mood in the room down a little bit. I want to be cool. Uncle Bryan is back. Before we left for vacation, before you got sick, before you got COVID, we were going to do 1 or 2 more episodes. And as a part of those 1 or 2 more episodes, we were going to play another Frankie B video. Frankie B had put out a quick hit, 5 or 6 videos right in a row, like in 2 weeks. He had put out 5 or 6 videos all about dating, some of his best material to date. And by I say best, I mean worst. This is the kind of material the commercial break was born to cover, right? This is the true news stories that are going on in our society. This Frankie B. Now, because you got sick, we were unable to cover that video. We were unable to cover the action with Frankie B. And then Frankie B went and took down all dating-related material that he had made in about a 2-year period.
Yeah, you texted me. You're like, he took it all down.
It's all gone. It's all gone.
Oh, my gosh. Do you think it was us?
I assumed that.
Right.
Because we have had some commenters on his page, it's obvious that they're coming from us because they call him Frankie B and they say things that we say, they repeat it, right? Now, they're not being overtly mean, but they are having fun with it, right? So I appreciate you not being overtly mean, whoever it is you are. But now I think that I was maybe being a little egotistical about this because Frankie appeared recently he's now doing travel reviews. Oh. Yeah, he reviewed a Marriott in San Juan. He's down in Cabo San Lucas. He's at the local, I don't know,
he's
business suites. He's an influencer.
I wonder if he's getting free stay.
Of course he is. With numbers like that. With commercial break like numbers on your YouTube channel. How could you not? He's 21 too. Yeah. By 21, I mean 21 lists, 21 views. But in one of the videos, I noticed that he not only called attention to, but showed a woman that he called his girlfriend, which we haven't heard before from Frankie B.
His dating advice may have worked. And because
I
was waiting for this day to come.
Now, I imagine this is how it goes. Date number 4 in. Hey, look at my body. Have you noticed my YouTube channel? I'm doing real good on that YouTube. People love me. I'm giving all kind of advice, and that's, Who
are you on your phone with?
Who are you on your phone with? Who are you talking to? What was your name? I know I wasn't supposed to be your date tonight, but I sure am glad we met. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you checked out my YouTube channel? Yes, Frankie, I've checked out your YouTube channel, and quite frankly, I'd like you to take it down if you're going to continue to date.
Exactly.
I don't want my parents to ever see it.
Let's play a little game.
Yeah.
What do you dislike about me?
What do you dislike about me and what I dislike about you? Yeah. All of your YouTube videos.
Exactly.
Your horrible fucking dating advice, Frankie. We're going to change this, right?
My friends can't see that that this worked.
That's right.
They can't think any of this worked.
Yeah. Frankie, if I had known this before we had met, we wouldn't be dating right now.
Exactly.
Or Frankie had
But I'm in it now, and you've got a nice car and a nice body.
Hey, Frankie, it's me, Bob. Yeah, me and Jeannie, my wife. You know Jeannie. We were talking dinner the other day, and we really like that lady Rachel you're dating. So we got a piece of advice for you. Stop those fucking YouTube videos. You're not gonna look like a dumbass. What are you doing? All greased up and slicked out and driving your Corvette around like you have half a boner? It's like a bad Viagra infomercial. Stop it, Frankie. Get over your third ex-wife and just move on.
Yes.
Don't let Rachel go. She's a good one. And by the way, she is super attractive. Super attractive lady for the age group that they're in, which is close to the age group I'm in. So I should talk. I bet he plays 6-word Wordle too. 6-letter Wordle too. They always say Donald Trump's playing 4D chess. Brian's playing 6-letter Wordle. With about as much success as Donald had playing 4D chess. So all the dating videos are gone.
Yeah.
Now there's these review videos that, quite frankly, are just gold, Hoadley. They're just gold. If you thought he was funny with the dating advice, you should see him doing a review.
I'm sure.
It's not a review. It's just him with a camera making everybody else around him at the resort feel uncomfortable. And he is so sunburned. He's got like that leather skin. He looks like I'm looking into the mirror. I'm looking into the future. Bryan, it's your future. You're going to go from commercial break to Frankie B. Salon Suisse. I see a Salon Suisse in your future. Leather skin, bad hair, and a Corvette.
Maybe you'll franchise tanning beds.
Yeah, listen, I think they've done that, but maybe I'll be the first.
No, I'm saying maybe you'll buy into a franchise.
Listen,
and put a salon suite.
You know what they say? Funeral, food, and drugs. People always need those things. Those are great businesses to invest in, right? I want to add tanning beds on there and salon suites. You're always going to need a salon suite, and you're always going to need to get that dark brown glow you've been looking for. It's like my Superman cape. It's what turns me in from a Clark Kent into an Uncle Brian.
Oh my God.
Okay, so I had to go way back in the video catalog, which I've never done.
Face.
I know. I had to go way back in the catalog to find something that we hadn't done. And what I found was one of the very first dating videos that Frankie ever did, relationship advice videos that Frankie ever did. So this is like almost 4 years old, I think. This is OG. And I've never seen this before.
He's busting out of that shirt.
I know. Look at him. He's still got dark hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got all his teeth, it looks like. His skin is only mildly leathery.
Right.
Look at that shirt.
I got a huge tattoo.
That's how I wear my
like
shirts.
it.
Oh, yeah?
Depending on what it is.
You kind of attracted to Frankie a little bit?
Not at all.
You don't think he's good looking?
No.
No?
I mean, he's not my style.
Okay. He's not. Yeah, I think he's the opposite of your style.
He's somebody's style, though. I'm sure there's a definite group of women out there that like that.
I know
like that.
Rachel, I don't know that her name is Rachel, but let's call her Rachel. Rachel, his girlfriend,
the
is
girlfriend.
the exact type
not our friend Rachel.
No, not our friend Rachel.
Definitely.
So I feel like if Frankie and Rachel got together, there may be an interaction there. Rachel may see it as a challenge. Yeah, she might be like, I'll get this guy. I got him. Meanwhile, Rachel should understand is there's no challenge to getting Frankie. You just have to give him a little bit of attention.
Yeah.
Look at my body. Okay, so without further ado, I would like to take you back 4 years to one of the first videos Frankie did about.
Can you do like a time sound?
Yeah, I'll do it in the Hey, all my little commercial breakers. It's that time in the commercial break for a commercial break. www.tcbpodcast.com. Please go there. You can find out more about Krissy and I. All the video is up there and all the audio is up there. You can listen and watch from one place. If you want your free TCB collectible sticker, it's really easy to get one. Leave us a comment or a review on your favorite podcast publisher. Or if you happen to purchase one of the products or services from a sponsor of ours, just send us a screenshot on the website and we'll send you a free collectible sticker. We're on series number 2 if you're interested. 661-237-8296 is where you can leave us a text message if you have any show ideas, you want to communicate with us, you have a comment about the show, you love us, you hate us, whatever it is, 661-BEST2YO. This season, we spent a ton of time and money to build a brand new studio for youtube.com/thecommercialbreak. If you would, go there and subscribe. It'll add an extra layer to your TCB experience, and we sure would appreciate it. If you're ever in the market for our sponsors, products, or services, please use our specialized URLs and codes. It helps us more than you know. And if you ever have any comments or concerns about the sponsors embedded inside of our show, just send us a text message and we'll talk to you off air. From the bottom of our heart, thanks for listening. And now, a word from our sponsors.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 18-month terms and only a $500 minimum. And the happiest part? MSU FCU certificates yield 4.5% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/MSUFCU. That's MSUFCU. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 12/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Okay, so without further ado, I'd like to bring you the Frankie B, the long-lost Frankie B video. I'm going to put this on full screen. There you can see our reaction. I hope you catch this at youtube.com/thecommercialbreak. It'll be cut up into a clip.
It's not available anywhere else because it's not on his channel, is it?
This is on his channel.
Oh, it is. He left that one.
This is on his
He's
channel.
like, that's from 4 years ago.
Yeah, that's from 4 years ago. I think he forgot about it. It seemed like he might have had a Patreon at one point, maybe.
Oh, okay. So he tried it like us.
Yeah, he tried it like us and had no subscribers, just like us. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Frankie B from 4 years ago. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta actually. Okay, ready? Let's try it again. Okay, so without any further ado, I'd like to bring to you Frankie B from 4 years ago. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Let's put on the full reaction. There we go. Look at that camera angle. Check us out at youtube.com/thecommercialbreak. Frankie B.
Women's attention. You get through the first date, but you just can't seem to get a second or a third? You feel like women are only attracted to wealthy, handsome men that treat them like crap?
Just like me. Wealthy, handsome men, just like me. Look at him. Look at him. This is classic Frankie B right here.
It very much is.
hear that, oh man, you're a nice guy and there's definitely a woman out there for you. Guys, if you are hearing that, then brother, you are definitely frustrated.
Brother! The universal call of single douches everywhere. Brother! I remember for a long period of my life, I would go anywhere, and anybody that looked like they had a penis, I'd be like, what's up, brother? Yeah. They'd be like, what's up, douche? Nice sandals, bro. What are those, khakis?
Yeah, brother.
What are those hippie magnets you got on? Good for you. You know how to say brother.
My name is Frank Bernardo, and I welcome you to my channel. Remember, this channel is geared for all guys out there, 50 and above, that want to up their game, look, and feel better about themselves. Today, guys,
Why are you yelling?
Do you see him pacing back and forth? He can't sit still.
I know. He's so excited.
It's like the vitamin B and creatine just hit. Woohoo! This video is sponsored by cocaine.
talking about how to get women to like you. But first, let me remind you, hit that subscribe button and
smash that subscribe button. Smash. Hit it.
The bell.
Hit that like bell.
Hit that like bell. Oh my God, Frankie, you're too much. In 4 years you learned nothing about YouTube. You just say the same thing still.
Yep.
Notification key if you want to be
notification key.
Huh.
What? I didn't know there was a notification key. Maybe that's
they
why
phased that out 4 years ago.
This is before YouTube. You recorded this before YouTube. This is the early 90s when he was still 55 years old.
Of my YouTube family. All right, let's get into it. Guys, the first thing you got to understand, to get women, you got to get women. Let me...
Whoa.
Mind blown.
To get women,
you gotta
get women. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Ancient Chinese secret.
Ancient Bernardo secret. To get women, you got to get women. And by get women, I mean kidnap. You got to catch my drift. I can't talk about it.
Throw out a net.
Yeah, it's something about YouTube's privacy policy or something. I'm not really sure. But hit that notification key. That'll take you to my other YouTube channel, How to Kidnap Women.
Repeat that. To get women, you gotta get women. In other words, guys don't understand where women are coming from emotionally. But when you understand how attraction works in women, suddenly you start to get women.
Oh,
I don't even know what he just said.
He's the one to tell us.
He's the one, yeah.
How emotions work with women. Is that what he said?
And Frankie, here's an opportunity to actually give some meaningful advice, but he's not going to because he's just going to breeze over what he just said, which, by the way, sounded like a riddle wrapped in an enigma. To get women, you got to understand them emotionally. You got to touch them in their inside parts where their outside parts meet their head. And if you know how to do that, then the chances are, emotionally, you physically understand exactly where psychologically they lie. Spiritually, everything comes to connection inside of their womb. Now, did you catch that? No? I'm going to just move on.
Yeah.
Because I don't either. I just want a YouTube channel. Is that okay?
I put together to help you through this process. Number one, guys, be nice.
Wait, didn't we already have number one?
Did we?
I thought number one was already. I thought we were on number one.
No, I think he had. Yeah, the emotions.
Yeah, the emotions, and now he's back to number one. We're actually.
Well, that was a preface.
Oh, we're going deep.
Yeah,
this is meta.
Feeling. It's the preface, emotions, and then number one, a bullet point.
Yeah,
there's be nice.
I see. I feel
I'm trying.
We're in
I'm trying to figure them out.
We're in a PowerPoint situation. Yeah. 1 dot emotions. A parentheses.
So easy. It's not difficult. Be polite. Say please. Say thank you. Help people.
Take their phone during dinner.
Please and thank you.
Drag them in by their
hair.
Good
way to start.
It
sounds like a be nice and say please and thank you. Sounds like we're in kindergarten, but yes, start with the basics. Go elementary. Frankie.
I'm teaching Matthias this right now.
Go elementary.
Go polite.
Be kind in general, but the old cliche is, nice guys finish last. That's a bunch of bull. badasses, they finish last too.
Wait.
What?
Hold on. Frankie, give me a second here.
I thought he was a badass.
Yeah, you have a whole video about how badasses finish first and everybody else sucks. That's what you said. Badasses are the best. Everybody else
Maybe
is
this
bullshit.
is where he started. Maybe he started with this trying to be nice.
Oh, okay.
But then he devolved as he got less.
Devolved? He devolved. That's right. He did. He's like moving toward Neanderthal one backward step at a time.
As he tried the tricks of trade, he kept getting shot down, and then so he kept going towards badass.
Well, listen, he made the he made the full turn eventually.
End of the day, everybody wants to be treated with respect, and women are absolutely no exception to the rule. Here's the kicker. There is a difference between being nice and being needy and clingy. The needy, clingy guys...
I'm clinging onto you.
Yeah.
I mean, if I could touch
There
you.
is a difference between tinfoil and Reynolds wrap. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they are, but I just have both of them in my cabinet just in case. I have to keep your mouth shut. There's a difference between clingy and
nice.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I'm also not trying to give you dating advice. So there you go.
You will finish last. Whatever you do not make that woman the center of your universe. She'll destroy you down the line.
Wow.
Oh, she's going to destroy you.
Whatever you do, be polite, but do not ever give that woman a compliment. Treat her with any kind of respect. You know why I said treat women with respect? Disregard that altogether.
Yeah.
Because if you put a woman at the center of your universe, meaning you give her any bit of attention that's positive, she will eat you like the Medusa that she is. That fucking bitch. She will take you to court and she will literally get $55,000 a year in alimony plus legal fees. Just telling you what's going to happen. I'm not saying it happened to me. I'm saying it could happen. Catherine. Bitch. What, I can't have a side piece? Come on, Catherine. You didn't like the penis pump? I told you that's how I get it up. Yeah, it's an extra few minutes. It's an extra few minutes of foreplay. What do you care?
Tip number 2. Did you ever hear of being genuine?
Whoa.
Whoa, what happened?
He put his hand onto
On
the
the
camera and
he
took
just,
it away. He did a whole YouTube trick. Now
that's
he's gray.
4 years ago. Oh, yeah, now his hair is gray. Well, that was a trick. It was. He aged 3 years in one YouTube swipe. Probably took him that long to edit the video. He's like, I'm going to figure out how to cut this immediately. How do we use these scissors on here? What is that? Let me Google that. And now he's at a townhouse facility in England, in Italy somewhere.
It does look like he's in England.
What is up with that?
Know.
Who still has the flower pots outside their window? It's very nouveau riche.
Yes.
Frankie.
There's like an old telephone booth there, I think, in the back.
Oh, yeah, I see that. You know what you don't see is you don't see the neighbors like, oh, we told you not to film here, Frankie. You don't live here. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. I'm just trying to I'm trying to smash that YouTube subscribe button. I'm going to be a YouTube influencer. You're going to be arrested.
Someone that you're not. Let me repeat that. Do not be someone that you're not. Guys, don't wear clothes that you wouldn't normally wear. Don't wear cologne that you wouldn't normally put on. And quit talking in a way that sounds...
Don't try and use someone else's penis to have sex. I'm just giving you some piece of advice.
Where is he? I really...
He's at one of these... Yeah, he's at one of these...
Work,
play things. You know how it goes. That's these things are built for Frankie B's.
They
you know
are.
what I'm talking about? They're built for 55 to 75-year-olds that at least appear that they have expendable income and are on the prowl for hot 50-year-old women.
Don't appear as what you're not. Meanwhile, what is he doing?
I don't know. These developers are counting on guys like Frankie walking in and paying $3 million to have flower pots outside their window.
Yep.
Way too cool. You're going to end up confusing the girl because when you go back to being your normal self, you're going to flip her out. She's not going to know who you are. Just be genuine, be yourself. Don't try to impress them because it's going to catch up with you. Have her fall for you, who you really are, and not who you're pretending to be.
Whoa! He did it again.
He did it again. He's at the same place.
Look
though.
how proud of himself he is.
I know. because he did it at the same place. He did that YouTube trick, but he went nowhere.
Now he's in front of a store, an empty store.
Listen to the advice that Frankie is giving. It is so thin on premise and thick on bullshit. Yeah. It is like, don't give that woman any kind of attention because you want her to fall for you, not the other way around. God forbid. God forbid you put any time or attention into your lady. But be respectful. Be nice, but mean. Be respectful, but pull her pants down in front of other people so she knows who has the dick in the family. You know what I'm talking about? That's the kind of man I am.
Before I get on to my next tip, I got to get me some food. I'm freaking starving. Catch you in a second.
Catch you in a second.
Catch you in a second. I'm going to do this YouTube trick one more time. Yeah.
Look, it says 7 a.m. to 2:30
p.m.
Wow. In this lunch spot.
This place must be popping. Frankie, for those of you listening, Frankie is now walking into a restaurant, and you can the way that I have the video stopped, you can see the time on the door, like the hours that they're open. It says 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is a retirement facility Frankie's at. Oh my God. Soft food served here from 7 to 2.
Oh, he's taking us with him? All right. I just ate.
All right. I just ate and took a big fat shit in someone else's restroom. I don't live here. I live in my daughter's dorm room. But I come here daily. They love me. Get the fuck out, Frankie. Don't bring that video camera in here. I don't know. Someone on Fiverr has charged Frankie way too much money for advice on how to edit your video.
There's always a big line in there. That food is really good. All right, on to tip number.
That food is really good. Don't let me tell you the name of the place. I don't know. I don't get it. It's like this is not dating advice.
3. Guys, it's getting to know her.
What are these random shots? See, you got to go to youtube.com/thecommercial break because this adds a whole nother layer of interesting to Frankie B when you can actually see him doing his thing. Now he's got a random shot of him walking down the street, but he's been holding the phone the entire time, like a selfie style, right? Now all of a sudden it's like he's got multi-cameras everywhere.
He does.
Why did you decide 5 minutes in the video to bring that in? He's a director.
Oh.
Guys. One thing that'll really aggravate a woman is if you are having a conversation and she's holding up her end of the deal by asking you questions like, how's your family? What do you do for work? How do you like work? Do you get along with so-and-so? And if all you're doing is answering the questions and not asking her about herself, then that's going to piss her off and you're going to lose her interest real quick.
He's unzipped his...
What in the world are we talking about here?
He's unzipped his zipper all the way down.
Well, listen, besides the fact that he's showing more and more of his chest. Are you listening to what he's saying? This was supposed to be 5 tips on how to get women in your 70s. And now he's talking about when you're having a conversation at dinner and you're not asking what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? This is the problem with Frankie. We've said this before. I'll say it again for those of you that are just joining the show. The problem with Frankie is he has an opportunity here to really give some solid advice. And I bet he would go from 5,000 subscribers or 2,000 or whatever it is to 50,000 subscribers in his age range because he's kind of a handsome gentleman.
Yeah.
He's put together.
Some, yeah.
Some people think he might be a businessman. He might actually have a job out there, right? The guy, and he's got a camera presence, whether you like it or not, whether it's funny to you or not. It's funny to us.
Charismatic, for sure.
He has an opportunity to really get people in a way that's entertaining. But instead, he just talks in fucking circles.
Thin-veiled
he doesn't.
Wisps.
Yeah.
There's a wisp of an idea of something.
You would do well, Frankie, to actually talk to somebody before you make these videos and storyboard them out. Yeah. Really.
To ask her questions about her life. What are her dreams? What was her child?
Let me give you an example. Krissy, thanks for all the questions about me, but I now have a few questions for you about your hopes and your dreams. Do you hope to have sex with me soon? Do you dream about getting into my pants? Krissy, what do you think about me? Don't forget to ask the questions, guys.
Right.
Or she's going to get turned off real quick. Let me hit the camera again, and we'll go somewhere else down the street.
He has just gone down the street.
I know. He's walking around some small town, and I feel like northern Chicago or something.
Childhood like. What's her favorite movie? If she's doing all the asking and you're showing no interest, she's going to get sick of that. And then she's going to end up
destroying you later in your life.
She'll destroy you later on in your life after you get married with the world's most boring person. I can see I can see what Frankie thinks is going on in his head, like the advice that he's giving.
Yeah.
That guys are just like, ask me a few questions.
Okay. Hey, Bryan, what's your favorite color? Like, what do you have, brothers and sisters? What?
Green. No.
What's your favorite food?
I don't know.
Fantastic.
How do you think this date is going? So do you want to go up to my apartment and have sex?
Yeah, no.
I think we've really hit it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Frankie, come on. This is a common sense.
Right.
finding someone else who cares to listen to her and is interested in her life. This holds so true. You have
at a whole
no
new
idea.
spot. Now.
He's at the same
Look,
spot.
the Geneva Public Library.
Geneva Public Library. Geneva is in Wisconsin, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll look this up and get this information for you. But I think Geneva, we're seeing a street sign.
Yeah, he's not in Switzerland.
No, he's definitely not in Switzerland. He's not allowed in Switzerland, probably. I don't think so, Frankie. Not this time. We won't be fooled this time. We still have many women terrified of you. You're not allowed.
I was out at a restaurant with my girlfriend last weekend, and so help me God, there was a blind date there, okay? And all this guy did.
There was a blind date there, so I swooped right in.
Let me give you some advice.
Actually, let me just take your date for you. You come back in a couple hours. We'll see how it's going.
Come over here at our booth.
Yeah, will you go talk to my girlfriend for a minute? I'm here to look at my body.
All he did, it was him. It was sports. And that poor girl, we were watching her. She was just sitting with her a hand on her face like
I bet
this.
that's why he doesn't have the same girlfriend he had during this, because the girlfriend was like, fuck, Frankie, stop listening to these other people. Pay attention to me.
That's a good point. Like, you're telling people you got to pay attention to your date.
Yeah.
You're out with your girlfriend listening to some other dude. Yeah. You're giving pointers. Yeah, you're like
he's writing down notes.
Like John Madden during Monday Night Football.
Honey, can I tell you about Frankie, can I tell you about my day? No, hold on. I got to write down what these other people are saying.
What? I'm too busy getting new content for my YouTube.
Absolutely pathetic. And this guy couldn't have been more
Illinois. All the license plates at Geneva, Illinois. All the license plates are from Illinois. Yep. There we go.
Of himself.
We're on to him. Did I not tell you the first video this guy was from Chicago? This is concrete evidence.
In his conversation, but he didn't give her any respect of listening to her. So
as I was listening to the other couple.
As I was disrespecting my girlfriend, I was listening to him disrespect her. It's amazing how that works. Idiot. Stupid idiot. By the way, I don't have that girlfriend anymore. It's my ex-girlfriend. What if he like smashed the camera and then update to this video? I no longer have that girlfriend. So if you're looking for a hot date, call 1-800-FRANKIE B.
Went real well. All I'm telling you is I got to experience that firsthand, and it's horrible. Start paying attention to your woman. Okay, this leads us into...
the crotch shot. Okay, now the video has gone to crotch shot. We're at full crotch shot.
Oh my God.
Frankie is sitting on a set of stairs and he's got the camera pointed directly into his dick. Oh my God. Look at those balls. I don't think he has a penis.
That is the wrong angle.
That looks like a camel toe. Yeah, it's a wrong angle, especially when you're not working with anything. Look at the like the unfiltered version. It's like a camel toe. What's going on there? Frankie B.
Frankie.
They call me Frankie 3 inches.
Next segment here, okay? Pay attention when she's talking. Guys, if she's talking about going to a movie that she wants to see, let's just
don't
say
pay attention to my balls. Pay attention to me. Look up here. Look at my eyes.
It's hard to take you seriously when literally the focus of this particular shot is your crotch. Yeah. It's the bulge in your jeans. I bet he took an hour to get that right. He's like, I'm going to show him what I'm working with.
I'm picturing him trying to set it up on the stairs, like, like a little stand.
He's tucking his penis to the left and to the right. There are people in this neighborhood that are scared of Frankie. I know it. Oh, there's Frankie. Go the other way.
There's that weird guy, honey.
I know.
Come look. There's that weird guy again that's videoing himself.
He's hiding in the bushes
around our little area
with a camera in his crotch. I could see some couple going out to the grocery store, this beautiful town of Geneva, and they're like, "You know what, honey? I think we'll get some salmon." Frankie!
Go. Keep going.
Quick, we'll get something from 7-Eleven and head to Indiana. We'll get some hot dogs at the QT.
Make sure you take a mental note of that. And when that movie comes out, make sure you call her up and you take her there. Man, you will floor her. She's actually going to go, oh my God, a guy who actually remembers what I was talking about? Dude, that's pure brownie points. Ooh.
Dude, that's pure penis points right there, buddy. Pure penis points.
Was he having like a one-on-one conversation? Here, you get down there.
Yeah.
Look at my crotch while I tell you something.
He's probably got his girlfriend with him. Hey, honey, film my dick. Can you do me a favor? I want to get a dick shot in there. Remember how that guy from Fiverr told
low.
me?
You know how you girls like to, go up with your pictures, take them as you go up? No, I like to go low.
I want to go taint.
I want to go
hey, honey, we need to get a taint shot. First. We need to get a taint shot in here, honey. Do you think you can roll under me on a skateboard?
Yeah.
Get the moving taint shot?
His girlfriend's like, God damn it.
God damn it,
this
Frankie.
is the last.
Yeah.
This is it.
This is the last time I go out with this guy. Mom was right. He's an asshole.
That's what I want. I want me a nice cup of coffee.
Oh, no. Come on.
Oh, God.
Okay, I'm going to hit this place, and then we're going to get back to the video.
Why
are we walking? Oh, wait, there's a song coming up. Why are we walking around, going into places, and then not really going into them? This is the worst. By the way, I did not get this far in the video, so I'm seeing this for the first time just like you are. This is possibly the worst YouTube video that exists.
Yeah. Oh, that was his theme.
Nothing like a rockin' sleepy coffee shop at 2 p.m. in Geneva, Chicago.
Look at that kid on the laptop. He's like, oh, shit.
This is the third time this guy has done this take.
His head is in his hands.
I know. He's like, it's a girl, actually. Yeah, she's probably like, Mom told me this guy was walking around town. She's probably reading about him on some website. Look out for creepy predator. All right.
Pastries.
All right. Pastries and ice cream. Why are we watching this video? I thought we were into relationships. This is why Frankie's struggling on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's because you got to stay focused, bro. It's not the commercial break. Oh, there's the guy playing the music.
No.
What is going on? He's on a tour of some small town. It's awful.
What?
Oh, we're back in the car.
I'm really low on battery here, so I gotta go home, get this thing charged up.
I think this is a great time to stop this video. I'm gonna go home, get this thing charged up.
Burning low on battery.
I got a blind date tonight with my ex-girlfriend.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have wasted your battery by taking us into the coffee shop.
That was completely irrelevant to the relationship.
Or
or
the crotch
lunch.
shot.
Or the crotch shot, or any of these shots. You should have stayed in the studio. Made this video 3 minutes instead of 12 of a tour of a little town on which you showed us nothing. No names of any places to go. Frankie, you are so ADD, it's not even funny. I mean, listen, not that I'm not, but Frankie, you got to get your shit together, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, Hoadley, I love Frankie B so much.
It's so good.
We owe so much to Frankie B. I think, quite frankly, we owe a lot to Frankie B.
We do.
You're going to hear me say that in the courtroom, but I think we owe him a lot. Oh, my gosh. Frankie B. All right, that one's for you, Allison.
Yes.
we get feedback whenever we do a Frankie B, and inevitably, I mean, most people are enjoying Frankie B.
Yes.
But there are some detractors. There are some that say, "Come on, guys, you've done a lot of Frankie B. Can we move on with something else?"
It's just so good.
It's so fucking good.
It's so good.
And
it's so funny.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's kind of like Mystery Frankie Theater 3000. It's like I want to watch and make comments. I don't know, because when I started watching these before I put them on the commercial break, I was making this commentary in my head.
Yes, and now we get to say it out to all of you.
That's right. All right, to all you hard walkers out there.
That's
go
right.
to TCB, the
Walk hard.
brand new TCBpodcast.com. While my wife hates the podcast, she loves doing shit for it. So the brand new TCBpodcast.com. It's where you can listen to all the audio, you can watch all the video, you can find a place to get your collectible TCB sticker. All you people who are leaving reviews, please send us in a screenshot and we'll send you a sticker. Please, please. And thank you for sending in the reviews. Continue to do so on your favorite podcast provider. It really does help out. It really honestly does. Number 21, we're aiming for top 15, and God bless us if we get to top 10. Watch out. So we just might retire. That's it. What else is there to do? I mean, here's the problem with being number 21. Now you're always going to fight. You're going to want to fight to get back there, right? Because the charts change every couple of hours. Yeah. And inevitably, it's like ebbs and flows. We're up to the challenge. We're up to the task. We'll do it. So, TCBpodcast.com, 661 best to yo. That's 661 the number 2 best the number 2 yo 661-237-8296. Please send us a text message. Give us your content ideas. Send us in your comments, your concerns, your questions. If you ever have any comments, concerns, or questions about our sponsors, we would appreciate it if you communicate with us through the website or through text message or voicemail, and we'll talk to you off air. That's it. What else can we do today?
I think that's all.
Okay. So from my heart to your heart, I love you.
I love you.
And I love you out there in the podcast universe. Best to you.
Best to you.
And best to you out there in the podcast universe. For Bryan and Krissy, Bryan Green, Krissy Hoadley, the commercial break, and everybody here working on the show, we'd like to bid you adieu. And as we always do, we will do, and we have to do, we're going to say bye.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 18-month terms and only a $500 minimum. And the happiest part? MSU FCU certificates yield 4.5% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymmoney.com/MSUFCU. That's MSUFCU. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 12/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Commercial break. New episodes on Tuesdays and now Fridays. New YouTube clips drop daily at youtube.com/The Commercial Break. Visit tcbpodcast.com for access to our entire media library. Follow us at The Commercial Break on Instagram. Each episode is written and produced by Bryan Green, co-hosted by Krissy Hoadley, with additional content provided by Tina Cano.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 18-month terms and only a $500 minimum. And the happiest part? MSU FCU certificates yield 4.5% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymmoney.com/MSUFCU. That's MSUFCU. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 12/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.